been a while since we visited Paradise Island of Themyscira. Well, tighten your seatbelts as we're taking you back there, but this time a little bit deeper. The new co-heads of DC Studios, James Gunn and Peter Safran, recently revealed that a new series is in the works, and it's titled Paradise Lost. So, are you ready to learn more about the origin story of the legendary Paradise Island? Here's what we know. We know for a long time that Themyscira is the island where the Amazons live. It's also known as Paradise Island in Amazon Isles. On this island, men are banned, and it's a home of only women. In the last couple of years, with the two Wonder Woman movies, we know it as the homeland of Princess Diana, and she is the real culprit of why this island became so popular in the DC Extended Universe. According to the story told by DC, Paradise Island is located somewhere in the eastern Mediterranean, near Turkey. Now, the home of the Amazons will become the center of the new TV series that is cooking in the DC kitchen. For now, I will only tell you that the series will be set before Wonder Woman's birth. While the first Wonder Woman movie in 2017 was a real hit and grossed over $822 million worldwide, the second adventure of Princess Diana in 2020 was a real disaster. The amazing Gal Gadot starred as WW in all previous DC superhero movies, starting with Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, and then in both solo films. In the meantime, a third film from director Patty Jenkins is not moving forward, even though fans are constantly asking about it and hope that it'll come anytime soon. However, at this point, it's unclear if Gadot will remain in the role moving forward. Maybe the new DC Studio project will be a starting point for a whole new revival of the Wonder Woman story. After the disaster in WW 1984, we'll see what's going to happen in this field. Now, let's make a little trip back to Amazon's Island and how this wonderland is described in DC Comics. It's expected that the series will likely explore the political turmoil in the Amazon nation of Themyscira. And hit that like button below the video right now. No, really, the story in this show will take place centuries before Wonder Woman. As some rumors are spreading around, the series will be based on the storyline from 2 decades ago about the Amazon Civil War. If we take back to the story in the comic books, we'll see that Hercules, the son of Zeus, was jealous of the Amazon warrior women, and that's why he had them enslaved. Hippolyta is one of the leading Amazons, and one day, Heracles will steal her God-given golden girdle. Because of this, she'll lead her people in a bloody revolt against him. But the gods will disappoint the Amazons, who, even though will give them penance for the uprising, they will oblige them to wear slave bracelets forever. This decision by the gods is not welcomed with goodwill by all the Amazons. Hippolyta's sister Antiope and her followers will decide to abandon their bracelets and will take one half of the island of Themyscira. Of course, this will make the gods furious, and Antiope's tribe will disappear from the island. We later learn that Antiope's tribe is settled in Egypt, where they formed a city named Bana Migdal, where they remained living for centuries. In the modern era, the Bana will become enemies of Wonder Woman. The distance will make the two cultures very different. From the tribe who lives in Egypt, the original Amazons are seen as relics. On the other hand, the Banas are called barbarians by the Hippolyta tribe. The impatience will get even bigger after Hippolyta will give the title Wonder Woman to Artemis, one of the Banas. She'll have a vision that the new Wonder Woman will die in battle, and that's why she'll give the title to Artemis instead of her daughter Diana. Of course, this will worsen the relations between the two tribes, and this will lead to a war between them. A little more about this further in the video. Now, let's see if there's any potential release date for the upcoming series. Unfortunately, Gunn and Safran now only revealed that the working progress for the show already started, and they didn't mention any potential release date about it. We can be sure for now when and how much time will it take for the whole development of the series. Some of the projects that DC is preparing right now are scheduled for 2025, but we can't be sure that fans will have to wait 2 more years to see the prequel for Wonder Woman. Of course, we'll bring you the big news once it's official. Paradise Lost is a third attempt to create a spin-off for the WW movie, and while it doesn't include Diana herself, as things stand right now, the show has a lot of potential to bring more magic and fantasy into the DC universe. What we know is that the show will be a live-action HBO Max series, and everything else you'd hear at this point is pure speculation. And what about the cast? Who can we expect to see in the show?
Nothing good is born from lies. And greatness is not what you think.
This is another question that has yet to be answered, considering that the story will be focused on the time before Princess Diana was born. It's almost sure that Gal Gadot won't be involved in the show. Also, Patty Jenkins, who in 2020 was transferred to the role of the producer for the third Wonder Woman movie, is not sure whether she will take part in the project. One thing we can expect from you is to smash that subscribe button and hit that notification bell below the video. No, really, the one thing to expect is that Connie Nielsen and Robin Wright could reprise their roles as Hippolyta and Antiope. Of course, this is something that fans will be thrilled to hear, but with the whole new refreshment in DC, and with many notable faces now removed from the bigger picture, like Henry Cavill and Jason Momoa, it's almost clear that there will be a new approach, and with it, many new and fresh faces. So it wouldn't be a surprise if we see many new actors that we haven't seen in both previous WW movies. Now for the best part. What can we expect to happen in Paradise Lost? Well, if what Safran and Gunn said about the show is true, then we recommend that you listen carefully. What these guys said is that the series will bring a Game of Thrones type of story. So be prepared to watch a story that will include all the darkness, drama, political elements, and intrigues that could show up in a society ruled by women. It's an origin story of how did this society come about? What does it mean? What are their politics like? What are their rules? Who's in charge? What are all the games that they play with each other to get to the top? I think it's a really exciting thing, Gunn said for Comic Book. In the comics, the island of Themyscira was visited by dragons, sphinges, Pegasus, griffins, and many other creatures. At some point, the mythological Chiron, the centaur, lives on the island, so we can expect that Paradise Lost will bring many of these fantasy elements into the story. If we go back to 2002, we'll find out that back when Phil Jimenez, writer and artist, united with Wonder Woman legend George Pérez, and they prepared a two-part story about the Amazon Civil War, and it had the same name, Paradise Lost. The story starts with the tensions between the two tribes, something I mentioned before. This will result in a total war in which the Themysciran Amazons are more skilled warriors, but on the other side, the Banas are more sophisticated and have modern weapons. We can't be sure that this will be the starting point for the new DC show as well. But yes, it is one of the variants we could expect to be happening. Who will win a war like this, and how far it could go? These are the things we yet will have to find out. Let's now hope that everything will go according to the plan in the recently restarted DC studio. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.